All right. Today, we had a lot of movement in the morning and then it went almost to sleep. Had some move on some big names, which I'll discuss. And we wanted to look back at the SPY and see we're about 10 above the 50, MACD moving up. People want to talk about the head and shoulder pattern, left shoulder, head, right shoulder. Breaks above this high, that's all dead. Breaks below this low, or at least the lows of, even if I put another, kind of like another box here, say, okay, this box is now sucks even more because you're just like, damn, I got a smaller box than this crap box. So you got this going on, so you're like, wow, it's really been, sideways at the top of this box. Where are we going to go? Again, want to keep things, big picture that we are consolidating in an overall uptrend for now. MACD is basically flat, so we just have to see how this one kind of goes. But again, this is what makes things a little bit frustrating, being that if you look at today, you can see that we opened up around here, and it's just up, down, sideways, and you don't want to get bored and then be in a trade just because you're bored. Like, shit, I ain't do anything. Well, there's a reason why your ass ain't do anything, because you probably didn't have a signal. So just keep sitting on your hands and shut up. You got to be an adult about this thing. You can't say, okay, I need to be active, because that activity could just churn your commissions, grow them, and not grow your P&L. So yes, you were active because I was trying to do anything, but was it set up properly? You got to see do you have some trading rules? If you don't, then you might want to reassess what you're doing. QQQ, we're at the top of this. We've talked about this, basically this rooftop hat or whatever the hell I want to call it today, and it came to this. It kind of almost reminds me of the Tesla trade that I actually unfortunately took today. Right at, you see how it just hit these upper trend lines, same thing that you're having with the QQQ, and we just are in between the 10 and the 50. Bullish MACD, going to see if we can break above this 50 or at least above these highs and continue more to the upside. If it continues down, then of course you just want to see that MACD will curl down as well. 30-minute, again, the open is around here, and you can see it went up and then just came and slid right back down. So yes, a little bit frustrating. I don't have as much boxing action as I do on the SPY, but you kind of get the picture of what's going on here. You got the RUT. RUT is still trying to hold this 200, but I mean it's pretty much tap dancing on it, and the MACD isn't really telling me anything. If it breaks below this low, it definitely will this low and then contest this low, and then we definitely can roll on this one. So be very, very careful right here. Again, you can go with probably quarter of what you're typically using. If you feel like I just have to trade a lot smaller, because there's no reason to get chopped up in this environment if you don't have to. Well, you don't have to, but just be disciplined. Top of the box for the diamond, but again, who cares about the diamond being it's just slow stocks in, or just 30 stocks in there. Let me go with what could be considered the grandpa sector. Johnson & Johnson looking good. You got Merck looking actually pretty good. You got Pfizer. Pfizer is not looking that good. You got Bristol Myers. Yeah, that one's just tap dancing. You got Eli Lilly. This one can look to be setting up, but the MACD isn't looking that well. Then you got the tech sector, Microsoft, and now some security thing. Best security for Microsoft Internet Explorer is to download Chrome, for Christ's sakes, because that shit seems like they just can't get their stuff together. Google. Google got bullish MACD, but again, you see you're in the center of this channel, so just be careful if you're swing trading that. Apple to me, if it breaks below these lows, of course it can roll down and fill this gap, but I think this is just flagging for more upside to hit that 600 and beyond. So we just have to see how that one plays bearish. Look at this. Okay, so we have this right here on IBM, so that might pull the Dow down, so just be aware of that. You got Yahoo, not giving you much. Amazon, Amazon just looks like, again, like it's just flagging for more downside. You got price line, gave you a nice sexy move today, but just hit the 10. If you were intraday, like if you're swing trading, you're just like, whatever, sit on your hands. But you know, a lot of those things look good today. Let's look at Twitter. Twitter again looks like it's gonna fade for more downside, so keep that shit off your watch list. Exxon Mobil looking okay. Chevron looks like it could just be flagging for more upside. You got SLB, which was a good name before, but I wouldn't touch it right here, right now with that bearish MACD at all. Banking sector, let's look at Bank of America. Looks like it can roll down more, way under that 200. Goldman Sachs looks like it. Let me take this off. Well, let me take all that stuff off. I'll take it off later. But you can see you have the higher lows in place right here. I haven't looked at this in a while. And you can see you have the tops right here. So let's see how this one kind of plays out. Just we'll be watching that one. JP Morgan, still just tap dancing that. Just, I don't know if this is building a base to shoot up higher or not. I'll let them figure it out. But there's other names that are a lot sexier than this one. Morgan Stanley looks pretty good. Just needs to get above these highs. The bullish MACD as well. That's pretty much all the names that. And let's look at Cat, and then Halliburton. Halliburton looks like it can set up. So again, LinkedIn I think rolled down bad for some earnings today. So just be careful. Hopefully you didn't go long or short during that. But again, don't let them lull you to sleep and then you get into some crap and then you're like, you know, if you're going to do something, let's say you trade 500 shares, 1,000 shares or whatever, go to like 100 shares. And I'm not joking, because it's better to preserve capital. Cash is a position, and you don't have to take a lot of trades. Again, I think that the Interactive Broker, Thinkorswim, is making the most money they've ever made now, because people can't just sit on their damn hands and say, listen, I don't see the trade, I'm not going to trade, versus I have to do something because of, you know, playing, you know, waiting for the proper pitch is a good way to actually bat a lot of the times. Okay, so take care.